We
Well,
are
I'll be
going
turning.
to do a little assessment on the trade lab. Good.
Yeah,
Go
very
ahead. Go
good.
ahead.
Let me turn over the screen to you, and it's all yours.
All right. Awesome. So here's the results from today's trade lab. Pretty quiet session today for the results. We were in conflict since, well, basically out of the gate. There's 8 o'clock. You can see that today we've got the treasuries. Let me just put this in line. So we got the treasuries on the right, stocks on the left. And the problem with this picture is that we have both of these benchmarks moving in the same direction. Both starting off in the bull territory. So with that being said, um, nothing to really do today in the stocks. Here's the four stocks as a whole. Pretty choppy. You can see everything kind of started in the middle of the zone. We had a pretty sharp pullback near the open of the stock market session back to the neutral. The Russell did take off. It was the actual leader, and it broke out right about, I guess it was the stock market open, and went up and tested the resistance. But getting long in the stock market with the treasuries being in the bull territory, that keeps us out. We recognize that as being a conflict situation, and that basically keeps me out of those markets. So we identified other opportunities, or at least trying to look for other opportunities in some of the other markets. And the only one today really that is set up is the soybean trade. It's a market that we identify as an independent, and I had a breakdown happen in the last half hour. You can see the 7 channel that's in line with the bear level, the bottom grain, and it took it out. It's kind of slowed down a little bit. Now the corn is the leading grain market on the way down, so we're kind of waiting to see if corn's going to pick the pace back up and soybeans will follow. Wheat has already taken out critical support, so more or less getting all the grains in the same direction here this morning. So that's really the only trade that we've done here. We were also looking at crude oil earlier. Let me put this on a smaller time frame. And from 8 o'clock being identified by this bar way over here to the left. Again, another market that we like to trade when we are in a risk-on situation, if the stock market's going up, and that has not been the case. So if you really think about it, since a majority of the session here, more or less sideways in the middle, in between our bull level, down here, the green, and the first level of resistance, never tested it. There was a breakout earlier, so you had to be an early bird to really catch any kind of a breakout. I'm not a big fan of the location of that breakout. The channel is actually resided inside of what we call a neutral zone. So really net, slim number of trades today, which in my book is a good thing, especially that being a Friday and having really not any reports to get the markets moving today. Of course, the biggest moves were yesterday. So after our marathon moves that we've had, kind of a quiet session today, this Friday, the 18th of October. And that is your report for the Trade Lab. See you guys Monday.